The sales of a new high-tech item in thousands are given by the following function, where t represents time in years. Find the rate of change of sales at each time. So find the derivative at each time. So we've got S of t is 109 minus 100 e to the negative 0.4t. So the derivative, or the change, right? The rate of change is negative 100. Look, that's going to be 0. That derivative is 0, right? Times negative 0.4, because that's the power, e to the negative 0.4t. Now, it's not a power rule where you subtract 1. It's the rule for the derivative with respect to t of e to the kt is going to be e to the kt times k, right? The coefficient being k. So that's going to give me a negative and a negative, which is a positive, 40 e to the negative 0.4t. Now, I'm going to find it after 1 year. So S prime of 1 is 40 e negative 0.4 times 1, which is 40 e to the negative 0.4. That calculates out to about 26.813. Now, it would be times 1,000, except they put the word 1,000 here. So we put 26.813 thousand. Technically, that's 26,813. Okay. S prime 5 is 40 e negative 0.4 times 5. That's 40 e to the negative 2. And that comes out to be about 5.413 thousand. The thousand is already here, so we don't have to multiply. 5.413. So now we have to answer the part about what is happening to the rate of change of the cells as time goes on. So you can see that it's dropping here, and if you were to do another, say we did S prime of 10 and S prime of 20, right? If we did those would continue to go down. So it's going to always decrease. So that's the answer to this part. Now, does the rate of change of cells ever equal 0? The answer to that is no, and here's why. Take a look at the formula for the rate of change. We have 40, okay? That's a positive number, okay? We have e to the negative 0.4t. That is also always a positive number. Why? Because e is about 2.71. When you raise a positive number to any power, that's going to come out positive. So it can never get to 0. One of these, either this or this, would have to equal 0. And this can't be 0 because it's always 40. And this can't be 0 because even though it might get tiny, it can never be 0. And it can never be negative. So our answers are the rate of change is always decreasing and it's never going to be 0.